Ferrari was founded by Enzo Ferrari, an Italian racing driver and entrepreneur, but its roots go back to 1929 when Enzo created Scuderia Ferrari as Alfa Romeo's racing division. The team supported gentleman drivers and soon became Alfa's official racing arm. By 1939, Enzo left Alfa Romeo and founded Auto Avio Costruzioni in Modena, Italy. Due to contractual restrictions, he couldn't use the Ferrari name for 4 years. His first car, the AAC 850, was built in 1940, but World War II halted production. In 1943, the Ferrari factory moved to Maranello, where it remains today. Bombed in 1944, it was rebuilt in 1946, marking the company's full independence from Alfa Romeo. Birth of Ferrari as a car manufacturer, 1947 to 1950s. In 1947, the first car under the Ferrari name, the 125S, debuted with a 1.5-liter V12 engine designed by Gioacchino Colombo. It won its first race in Piacenza, signaling the start of Ferrari's dominance in motorsports. The 166 Inter, 1948, was Ferrari's first road car, appealing to wealthy enthusiasts. Meanwhile, in racing, the Ferrari 375 F1 secured the company's first Formula One Grand Prix victory in 1951 with José Froilán González at Silverstone. In 1952 to 1953, Ferrari won back-to-back Formula One World Championships with Alberto Ascari, marking its first major success in F1. Golden Age of racing and road cars, 1950s to 1960s. Ferrari became dominant in Le Mans, winning its first 24 hours of Le Mans in 1949 with the 166 Mememiers. The company continued its streak, winning Le Mans 6 times in a row, 1960 to 1965. On the road, Ferrari introduced 250 GT California, 1957, a stylish convertible that became an icon. 250 GTO, 1962 to 1964. A racing legend, now one of the most valuable cars in history. Ferrari 275 GTB, 1964. First Ferrari with independent rear suspension. Despite Ferrari's success, financial struggles led Enzo Ferrari to seek investment, setting the stage for a major corporate shift. Ford versus Ferrari and the Fiat takeover, 1960s to 1970s. In 1963, Ford attempted to buy Ferrari, but Enzo walked away from the deal. This led to the legendary Ford versus Ferrari battle at Le Mans. Ferrari won from 1960 to 1965, but Ford retaliated, beating Ferrari with the GT40 in 1966 to 1969. By 1969, Ferrari needed financial help and sold 50% of the company to Fiat, ensuring stability. This era saw cars like Dyno 26 GT, 1967, named after Enzo's late son, introducing V6 engines. Daytona, 1968, a front-engine Grand Tourer rivaling Lamborghini's Miura. In 1973, Ferrari withdrew from Le Mans to focus on Formula One, where it would soon dominate. Cash Formula One dominance and road car expansion, 1970s to 1980s. In the mid-1970s, Ferrari returned to the top of Formula One. But Niki Lauda won 2 F1 titles, 1975-1977. Jody Scheckter won Ferrari's last F1 title for decades in 1979. Meanwhile, Ferrari produced some of its most legendary road cars, Ferrari 308 GTB, 1975, made famous by Magnum PI. Ferrari 512 BB, 1976. Ferrari's response to the Lamborghini Countach. Ferrari F40, 1987. Built to celebrate Ferrari's 40th anniversary, the F40 was the first production car to exceed 200 miles per hour, becoming one of the most iconic supercars ever. Enzo Ferrari passed away in 1988, marking the end of an era. The Montezemolo era and modern supercars, 1990s-2000s. After Enzo's death, Luca di Montezemolo took over and revitalized Ferrari. Michael Schumacher joined Ferrari in 1996, leading to 5 consecutive F1 titles, 2000 to 2004. The Ferrari Enzo 2002 was introduced as a V12 hypercar inspired by F1 technology. 430 Scuderia 2007 brought F1 tech to road cars with advanced aerodynamics. During this period, Fiat increased its stake, making Ferrari a fully owned subsidiary before later spinning it off. Recent history in electrification, 2010s present. Ferrari continued evolving with high-tech innovations. Ferrari, 2013. Ferrari's first hybrid hypercar, combining a V12 with an electric motor. 488 GTB, 2015. First turbocharged V8 Ferrari since the legendary F40. SF90 Stradale, 2019. A plug-in hybrid supercar with nearly 1,000 horsepower. Purosangue, 2022. Ferrari's first SUV, competing with Lamborghini's Urus. Ferrari remains one of the most valuable car brands, still competing in Formula One and expanding into electric vehicles, with its first full EV expected by 2025. Legacy and influence. Ferrari is synonymous with racing dominance, most successful team in Formula One history, 16 constructors' titles, 15 drivers' titles. Luxury and exclusivity. Limited production keeps Ferraris rare and expensive. Iconic design and performance, collaborations with Pininfarina, groundbreaking aerodynamics, and legendary engines. From Enzo's vision to modern-day electrification, Ferrari remains at the top of the automotive world.